Hey guys, today we're going to talk about don't forget your hobbies in the Philippines, okay? I want to talk about this is because if there's one thing that brings me a lot of enjoyment is number one, vlogging, which is my hobby, and number two, music. Music is my hobby. And I'm not just talking just about the music itself. I like following the musicians themselves and knowing about their lives and hearing stories about them. I love reading about different people and hearing about them, what they're up to now, what they're doing, who they're married to, whatever. It's not so much gossip. I just find their lives kind of interesting, and it's interesting to follow them. But I love listening to music. It's one of the hobbies that brings me the most enjoyment in my life here. You know, when I'm sitting there at home and I got Bob Seger playing, or AC/DC, or Soundgarden, or whether it's James Taylor, or the Cars, or it could be anybody. It could be anybody. I love music. I love listening to the group Boston, the Eagles. I have everything. Dan Fogelberg. I just love music all around. Andrea Bocelli, I like listening to him. I love some of the newer music too. Not much of it, but I like most of the classics. But I even like a few of the more recent musicians. I like Aerosmith. Who's not recent, but I like some of the recent music coming out too. Not much. Occasionally I'll listen to it. I like there's these two brothers out there. I can't recall their names, but they actually come to the Philippines and they do live videos over here. I can't remember their names, but anyway, I watch them sometimes. It's one of the hobbies that just keeps me rolling over here. It keeps me happy. I always have my headphones on. I'm always usually listening to a tune. I don't have it on today. I have it home charging, but I have the bone conductive headphones. I've talked about those before in the past. And like when I'm out, music keeps me calm. Like I'm going to the mall, I can listen to the music on there rather than listen to the mall music or whatever. I like to if I'm sitting in the car with my friend, I got the music in the background, and the good thing about the bone conductive headphones, my ears are open so I can hear him talking. I talk a little bit louder when I have them on, but it's okay. I try to tune them down a little bit, and then I don't talk as loud. But when I'm walking on the streets and I'm exercising, I got those things rolling all the time. I got AC/DC blaring on there, or I got Soundgarden, or what have you. Elton John, Queen, all the good stuff, all the good music. You guys know. We're all from the same generation, most of us that live over here. But, guys, bring a hobby over here. That hobby keeps us alive. You need something over here to keep you busy. Would it be woodworking? Maybe building some sort of craft or something like that. Building birdhouses or something and putting them out in the woods or whatever. Something that you seriously enjoy. And for me, it's music. And the good thing about music, it's a great thing to share. And sometimes I take my speaker. I have a Bluetooth wireless speaker, and I take it with me outside, and I just sit outside in the cabana, eat. You can have a barbecue or whatever, and you get the music blasting or whatever, and you can do karaoke on there. And we do karaoke too because it plugs into the speaker. So it makes life way more enjoyable having that choice to do that. It's one of the things that I like to do. And when you come over here, guys, whether it's coin collecting, whatever it is, guys, whether it's doing something on the internet, playing a game or something like that, maybe that's your hobby. And that's fine. Maybe it's watching movies, old movies or something like that. Have a hobby when you get over here, guys. It's what keeps you alive. And I want to put that out there because a lot of guys come over here and they're bored out of their gourd. They're bored stiff when they come over here. And I see these old guys, they wander around, and you feel sorry for them because whatever hobby you have, make sure you can afford it over here so you can enjoy your hobby over here. That hobby's a piece of you. It's a piece of you that keeps you happy. So bring that with you, guys. Whatever that hobby may be, whether it's gardening, taking care of trees or pruning trees or maybe fixing things around the house or what have you. If you enjoy doing that stuff, guys, make sure you take that with you, or find a hobby that will keep you happy and going over here, because You don't want to be bored out of your mind over here, guys. You're retired. And for some people, their hobby is traveling. And we touched on this before too, that also you want to make sure that you have the money to go places. I mean, some of you guys, your hobby is like scuba diving or it could be swimming, and the Philippines is all about that. I mean, it's, you know, and it's a good place to go walking. That's one of my hobbies. I like to go walking. I love swimming. That's one of my favorite things in the whole world, is swimming in a nice pool or something like that. I'm not big in the ocean about swimming so much as I am in a pool because of the jellyfish and all that stuff. And there's a lot of jellyfish in the Philippines and weird little things that swim around the water. But there's some great places that I've gone to that don't have that over here. But you know, it's cheap enough here. Like, there's a place down the street from me. I think it's 180 a day to go swimming there per person. That's cheap. So I get to go there like a couple times a month and go swimming, have a good time, and have fun. You know, and that's what makes life important over here. It makes it fun and worth being here. You know, and also meeting with friends, guys. If there's one thing in the Philippines that's going to keep you alive, is having somebody that you can talk to that's from your country, or even just a Filipino friend. I have Filipino friends that are great friends, and I can share things with them and I can trust them. And I love having good friends here. I have a lot of friends back in the States that I can talk to on the phone that I love very much, and I talk to them quite often too. I try to talk to them as much as I can, but sometimes I'm so busy that it's really, really hard. And I'm trying to get my sleeping patterns all in sync here, and it's kind of hard because I suffer from insomnia. I mean, I have my friend Rick home, and I try to call him as much as I can, and I wish I could call more, but I'm trying to get my sleeping patterns back into the normal thing right now, the normal hours, because my insomnia has just cut into my sleep so bad that I just don't function properly. And last night I had a decent night's sleep for the first time in a long time, and I was really blessed to have probably about 6 or 7 hours of sleep, which usually I only have about an hour to an hour and a half at the most. And I was good having that sleep, let me tell you. But I try to reach out to all my friends out there. I have my friend Emil back home. I have Rick. I have my cousins, and you know, I love talking to these people. And I'm so busy with my hobbies that I don't have much like time where I just sit there and I'm like bored or anything like that. I'm never bored. I never find myself bored. If anything, I have a shortage of time. And that's kind of a good thing. But the good thing about the Philippines is I can always say, you know what, I'm going to take 2 hours off. I'm going to shut down. I'm going to shut my phone off for a while. Everybody knows where I am. I'll contact them later or whatever. And I can shut down and take a 2-hour nap or whatever. And that's important over here, to be able to take a nap and rest and sleep or whatever. Make sure that the stuff that you're doing is not so important that you have to do it. It's something that you want to do. Okay, but when you need a rest, take that rest, guys. Anyway, guys, God bless. I want to put this out there. I think it's important to have a really good hobby, to keep busy over here. I see a lot of guys over here, and they fail because they get bored. I had a friend of mine that was bored to the point where he started getting into things he shouldn't have got into, and it ended up costing him. You know, and you don't want to be that guy. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.